have a problem.
Do you know what sucks more than dying in the cold, unforgiving reaches of space? Dying before you even get off the planet. Whether you're heading off into space or getting into a position to dive back to Earth, there is a fiery inferno of fuel that's burning underneath you. Picture a car. See what happens when its gas tank explodes? Now imagine that happening to a huge rocket fuel tank. So buckle up, because today you're getting a crash course in how to survive a rocket explosion. Alright, it's your first day on the job as an astronaut riding in the SpaceX system. The Falcon 9 is a two-stage rocket, which means that part of the rocket is discarded after the rocket is launched. It takes a lot of fuel to get off the Earth, and rocket fuel is very heavy, so when enough fuel has burned up, it makes sense to lose the empty fuel tank. This makes the entire craft lighter in weight and smaller. So far so good, right? Well, it is until something goes wrong. In September of 2016, a SpaceX rocket exploded on the launch pad while being fueled. The tank that holds supercooled liquid oxygen also contains tanks that hold cold helium, and something went wrong with the tanks. The bad news is, we're making it happen again, but the rocket has already launched, and you're on board. Could the rocket really explode? And how could you survive? Number 1, communicate. You and your astronaut buddies are all buckled in and dressed to the nines in expensive new space gear. The engines start and you're excited as you lift off on your adventure. Everything is looking great until you hear a terrible bang as you're hurtling away from Earth. You don't have much time to find out what went wrong with the rocket, so you and your fellow astronauts need to work together, figure out exactly what the problem is, and how to solve it. Number 2, do your homework. You're going to be under a lot of pressure, literally. You're in a life and death situation here, and there's no time to check the instruction manual. You need to know the rocket like the back of your hand. If you do, well, you'll know all about the Falcon 9's launch abort system. You did read the manual right before you got on the ship, right? Number 3, act fast. Okay, it's getting toasty in here. You need to act fast and confidently. You don't have the luxury of being able to sit around and wait for the folks back on Earth to tell you what to do. You need to activate the abort system, which will separate the crew compartment from the rest of the rocket. Buckle up, this may get bumpy. Number 4, land. Okay, so now you've been able to separate the crew from the fiery blaze that used to be your favorite rocket. Now what? Well, on the Falcon 9, you need to use the side-mounted Super Dracos thruster. How cool does that sound? It's an engine that powers the spacecraft launch escape system. It's basically a powered landing craft built for landing on Earth and maybe even other planets. Phew, that was a close one. If you're going to survive a rocket explosion, you need to know your stuff. Knowing all the safety procedures and having the confidence to take action on a moment's notice is essential. Stay calm, follow the safety procedures, and work together. Stay focused on identifying the problems and solving the